5 haunted airports from around the world. An airport can be a happy place for many people who are raring to fly to their next awesome vacation or adrenaline-pumping adventure. But there are those who just can't or won't go away and prefer to stay in the airports. They are the spirits of dead people whose kind of adventure is scaring these haunted airports from around the world. Number 5. Suvarnabhumi Airport. How can a relatively young international airport be infested with chilling paranormal stories? That's the case of Bangkok, Thailand, Suvarnabhumi's airport, which has been haunted before it opened in 2006. It stands on an old cemetery, so superstitious construction workers say it angered the restless spirits, which they saw lingering around the site, heard chanting, whispering, or shouting, and even caused freak accidents. Despite the rituals done by 99 Buddhist monks to exorcise the spirits, ghostly manifestations persisted when Suvarnabhumi Airport opened. The most notorious spirit wreaking havoc in the airport is called Puming, a blue-faced old man walking around with a stick and startling people by suddenly appearing before them. If that isn't scary enough, he introduces himself in a faint, wavering voice that would surely creep anyone. Another wandering spirit at Suvarnabhumi Airport is a woman holding an infant who appears before speeding cars and planes, causing accidents, notably a Thai Airways that skidded off the runway in 2006. As protection from these spirits, 8 shrines were erected in the airport, which hopefully have appeased the spirits. Number 4. Archer Field Airport. Wars inevitably result in deaths, and places used during wartime become witnesses to many lives lost, and these places become the refuge of a dead person's spirit. In Brisbane, Australia, the Archer Field Airport was used extensively as a military airfield in World War II, so stories about lingering spirits of war casualties abound. On March 27, 1943, a Royal Australian Air Force transport plane carrying 23 Australian and U.S. military service personnel took off from Archer Field to pick up radar equipment in Sydney. It unexpectedly crashed a minute later and exploded in swampland, killing everyone aboard. Since the crash, a spectral figure of a man dressed in World War II flight gear has been persistently seen all around the airport, especially near the crash site. It smiles and waves at people passing by, but those who see him realize he's from the other world when the figure suddenly vanishes in the blink of their eyes. Spooky too is the apparition of a group of servicemen garbed in World War II attire wandering around the runway or hangars. May their souls rest in peace. Number 3. Kempegowda International Airport. India has one of the richest and most colorful cultures, and it extends even to its superstitious and paranormal tales, of which involves an international airport in Bangalore. Known as the Garden City, Bangalore is teeming with IT hubs and malls, and houses the Kempegowda International Airport that boasts of a state-of-the-art architecture. Ironically, the airport's modern structure seems to be a ghost magnet, especially of the wandering spirit of a lady in a white sari, the traditional dress of Hindu women. She particularly appeared on the runway with hands outstretched as if asking for help, but she disappeared when a pilot and airport staff came to rescue her. Some Kempegowda International Airport personnel also reported seeing her do the same antics in the airport's cargo building, parking bay, and near an escalator, with some staff saying she was headless. The spooky story became the talk of the town that even many airport employees refused to take the night shift out of fear. Using infrared technology, experts indeed detected the presence of some negative energy in these areas of the airport that started operating only in May 2008. Number 2. Denver International Airport. The Denver International Airport, or DIA, in Colorado, USA, which opened in February 1995, is often described using superlatives. It's North America's largest airport. Its 16,000-foot-long runway 16R/34L is North America's longest public-use runway, and it's the busiest airport in the interior West United States. But one description sounds uncanny. The DIA is also one of the world's most haunted airports. It stems from the fact that the airport was built atop a sacred Native American burial ground, which apparently disturbed some of the spirits of the long buried. Passengers complained of being watched, followed, or pushed by unseen hands, and having their luggage knocked over without reason. Tribal elders allegedly did a ritual to appease these restless spirits in 1995. Moreover, standing on a hill south of the airport is a 32-foot-tall illuminated sculpture of a cobalt blue, red-eyed, raging Mustang called Blucifer, On June 13, 2006, a chunk of the sculpture fell and killed its artist, Luis Jimenez, who reportedly haunts the cursed sculpture by appearing in photos taken with Lucifer as the background. Number 1. London's Heathrow Airport. In 2018, London's Heathrow Airport handled a record 80.1 million passengers, making it Europe's busiest airport by passenger traffic. But have the unseen breezing through like a whiff of cold air been accounted for too? The airport is known to be haunted by ghost dwellers, 2 of which are well-known 18th century highwayman Dick Turpin and a presumed plane crash casualty called the Man with a Briefcase. In 1739, Turpin was sentenced to die by hanging for committing highway robbery, stealing, and murder. When he was at the gallows, Turpin jumped from the ladder, hanging himself, which he did out of arrogance. Turpin's ghost often haunts the main terminal of the Heathrow Airport, wearing a tri-cornered hat and breathing heavily behind the necks of airport personnel and airline crew. The other ghost was a victim of a plane that crashed as it approached runway 28 right in 1948. A man in a gray suit and hat appeared to busy rescuers asking for his briefcase, then disappeared. Later identified as a crash victim, his ghost continues to appear suddenly on runways and VIP lounges, as if still searching for his briefcase. If you find this video infotaining, please subscribe to our channel and make us part of your daily habit.